Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I have a new thing I want to test out. I noticed that, well, obviously, but I've noticed that if I put my microphone closer to me, that audio quality increases, which makes sense, but if you are not immediately aware of it, you tend to forget that that's a thing that happens. So, yeah, I have taken my microphone from its usual position, which would be between my screens. This is a little bit overkill, but I have 5 screens on my game station. And usually I put my microphone between 2 of the screens. And I have decided that I want to put it a little bit closer to me, which hopefully increases the audio quality a lot. And I also hope that not too many weird noises come through. I also have how do you call them? It's like an arm where I have this mechanical arm basically, which I for the longest time used to scan books with. And I've noticed that I can actually technically use a adapter screw to fix the microphone I use to the arm, and it will then technically function as I can put my phone in there, which I use that for, which means once I get my hands on a VTube Studio version I can use on Linux, I can use it to, I think people used vBridger. I might need to ask someone who uses this kind of software to tell me how it's exactly working. But I know that people use their phones to scan their faces basically and put them into VTube Studio. I know that it's like it has an additional safety layer basically, because there is absolutely no way that the camera is on the same system basically. So there is this protection layer of privacy. I know that. And apparently the software, I know that most people use an iPhone. I don't know if it's actually at all going to be working on any Android version. But I would have to see if it's like if I can do it like that with an Android phone. Otherwise, I don't really have an iPhone. I don't have any Apple products, so would be a first for me. And I know they are not cheap, so buying one would be, well, depending on how I want to finance it. I might be able, but I will have to see. There is lots of variables basically, which I have to consider. I know people have like throne wish lists and stuff, but I don't really think that it's at all sensible to do that right now for me. So I will be financing those things myself, which I comfortably can. I actually already am putting money aside a little bit, although I am pausing it right now because obviously Ryukon is next month, and I don't want to. Well, I wouldn't be. It would take a lot to me to strand in Poland. So yeah, there's not really a risk of that happening, but I do want to have a comfortable financial cushion where I can basically accidentally take a trip to somewhere completely else accidentally, because that is not out of the range of things happening to me. So yeah, I don't want to accidentally be stranded somewhere and needing to make phone calls to transfer money to get out of get back to Germany, basically get back home, which is not really a risk, to be honest. There has to be like very unfortunate events happening for me to or make that to happen. But it's also just nice to know basically that I can technically just extend my vacation at any point. But that's just yeah, just stuff that could happen. I also wanted to talk about my trip to Amsterdam with my friends. Basically, uh, the friend group I went with is Frozen, Danelian, and somebody you guys don't know yet, but he's a long-term friend of ours, and he goes by the username of 3DS Freaker. And basically, we went Frozen drove the whole trip because he took the car of his mother, I think, which was quite the luxurious car. It was a Mercedes, and the Mercedes was really, it was a very big car basically. So I'm personally, I don't need a lot of space. I really like my Toyota Aygo that I own, and I technically I barely noticed that there was actually more space, but I was able to fit a little bit more stuff everywhere, basically. So I was able to have my medicine bag just in front of me in a little holder, in a little net on the car seat. I was able to hang my. I have a bag that you can just put over your shoulder, which I hung over the seat. I was sitting on the bench behind, on the back bench. So I put my on the frontman seat, and basically I was able to just let my tablet. I have a tablet and also a phone, so I was able to hang my tablet basically from the bag a little bit, and was able to, well, not at the first trip, because at the first trip I've noticed that I was not getting any reception. I did not get any internet working. So I was kind of sad because I couldn't really do a lot with my tablet. yeah, the trip was really, I could see a little bit of the road, basically, of the stuff that you can see on the road. It was nice. Little change of scenery. In Germany, you usually, when you are going over the autobahn, you don't really see a lot because it's either some big wall of either a hill or some trees. Sometimes even just plain old safety railings for cars, basically. And in the Netherlands, it was just fields, basically. Lots of fields, lots of sea, lots of water, and it was quite beautiful. So not the biggest problem, the road trip. And yeah, we checked in. We were going like 10 a.m. We started and we checked in at like 2 p.m. We had a little bit of time, but our driver, Frozen, was kind of tired, so he went to sleep and we kind of hung out at the lobby. So yeah, I in the lobby took a I took with me some energy drinks so that I won't be too tired, and I basically drank my energy drink. And very rarely, for special occasions, I actually smoke a cigarette sometimes, which is very rare. It's like once a month at most, usually less. And over the trip, I smoked like 3 cigarettes. So that's basically my special treat for stuff like that. And I never really do anything else. It was also quite helping. The nicotine also quite helped with staying awake. So yeah, we were chilling in the lobby. We went outside. Danelian smokes normally, so he smokes his cigarettes. I smoke my special time cigarettes, which are normal Camels, basically, which I usually carry with me, just also to offer people cigarettes if they need any, which is somewhat of a social trick almost, where if you want to get to know people, smokers are usually extremely social and will you can talk with them easily, and if you can offer them a smoke, that's already some bonus points for you. So if you want to kinda, I'm not really seeking out connections, but if you happen to yeah just be around, you can make connections like this. It's a thing I actually can more or less recommend, to just carry cigarettes even if you don't smoke, just to offer them, as well as a cigarette lighter. It yeah, there are opportunities basically where you can socialize with these people, and if they are the right people, you can basically get a little bit more of business connections and stuff. I have not yet really used any of those, but the people usually are nice, so you can just talk a little bit with those guys and yeah, just kill some time, which is also nice. But yeah, if you know, um, if you are friends with smokers, you can also just lend them a hand sometimes, basically. But I don't really recommend smoking or starting smoking. It's obviously not a good thing. It's just, as I said, basically a little social tool to make some business connections sometimes. Or maybe you meet some people that are really, really cool because of that. So give it a try if you want. You don't need to. It's not. yeah, it is basically not anything you should do, but I do. Well, that was the first part of our trip to Amsterdam. After we hung out at the lobby, our driver was finally ready after he took a little nap. So we went to the inner city of Amsterdam, where we first of all couldn't find the park house, the park and ride. We had a lot of trouble with the roads because there is this special way roads in Amsterdam work. There are two types of differentiating lines, basically, that you see in the middle of the road. One of them is more blocky than the other, and the blocky line means you are about to leave this road, basically. It's how can you say? It's basically an additional road, it's a soft divider between main roads, basically. So if you are driving, you will have, ideally, you will have the more blocky line right next to you on the right, because that is the equivalent of the right lane on any other main road. So that is basically the, how do you call it, the way these roads work. It's a little complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy and actually quite useful. Although there were a few problems Frozen called out with that, because you regularly have people that will need to drive over 3 lanes at once to get to the exit on the highway. So you have very unfortunate situations where someone will be going on one road and will need to completely change to the completely right lane within a few seconds, basically, which can be dangerous. And if people don't care for any shoulder view and stuff, it can be quite dangerous. And we had one moment where that was almost really bad for someone else. Like, it was, we just watched and it was really close. So yeah, that can happen. Other than that, the extra marking is actually quite easy to understand and, in my opinion, quite useful. Just some of the situations are not great. So we went to Amsterdam, we found the park and ride, and first of all we didn't find the exit because it was kind of not obvious. So we went from where we drove in from. Well, first of all, after we went to the inner city, we went to a KFC to get a little food into us, because we already were driving like 3 to 4 hours before and we didn't have any lunch. We only had breakfast. So some of us didn't even have breakfast. So we went to KFC. I was prepared for the trip. I usually, when I go on a trip, I make a pizza the day before, like just a normal margarita pizza, cut it in 8 pieces and put it in a lunchbox. And that usually gets me through the day. It's like easy 800 calories that you can just eat over the trip. So yeah, and you can eat whenever you're hungry. It's just open the thing, eat your slice that you want to eat, and just put it back again. Really nice to have, which I can only recommend just doing it like that with anything that is not really saucy or anything, and will feed you. Like usually we also, I know most people pack like bread rolls. So yeah, this is my equivalent to the just packing some bread rolls in, because I like to, like, the pizza is really easy to put into portions, so to speak. Like I have 8 pieces of pizza that I can eat anytime. I can eat whenever I'm hungry. I can eat 1 piece of pizza, see if I'm still hungry, and leave the rest for later. Which is massively better than, okay, I have 2 bread rolls, I can eat 1 now and I can eat 1 later. I have 2 points at which I can eat, and no other point. Which also kind of works, but I prefer my pizza way. So we went to KFC. I got a classic chicken burger with a Coke, and my friends really, like, they got whole menus because they weren't really eating the whole day. So they got full menus. There was like a Squid Game cooperation. So Frozen got the Squid Games Corporation. They gave him, it's like a burger bun that has been apparently colored with, I hope it was red beet juice, because there is no reason why it shouldn't have been red beet juice, but it was very red and apparently kind of spicy. But with Frozen, he does not, if there's very little spicy food that actually gets him like to a spicy degree. So yeah, that's not really, he wasn't really impressed, let's so to say. So he wasn't impressed by the quote unquote spicy burger. And but we did get our fill. It was fine. So very enjoyable. But I don't, well, KFC is nice, but I rarely get to enjoy KFC. And the chicken is actually kind of good quality. Like there is not a lot of restaurants, I think, where I've eaten that that this is in any way would have been a better chicken, basically. But we ate our KFC. We went then to the venue where we met a couple that got into Ado because of One Piece, like most people, I assume. So we talked a little bit with them. The venue wasn't opening for like another hour. It was brutally hot, so we just waited in the shadows. Some people already queued, but we decided that if we are not gonna be late if we queue later. So we just, we were just chilling in the shadows, watching some cosplayers. Some cosplayers were actually there. Like we saw Hatsune Miku and like so many that we didn't recognize. Also 1 or 2 Ruffies. And a Uta. We saw an Uta there. An Uta cosplay. Other than that, mostly just normal people. There were also some ultra idol fans that looked like they were from the Yakuza, basically. I don't know how to describe it, but there are these very gang, like, not codes really. They have like jacket coat thingies that are usually worn by Japanese gang members, and it's Ado merch basically. So they were there too. I assume they were VIPs. So they kind of looked impressive. I think we saw them near the KFC too, so they might have just basically done the same thing as us. But yeah, that was the entrance basically. And then we got in, we got our merch. I bought a keychain and a jetpack. And after that we went in. I won't be going into detail about the show, but it was fire. After that we kinda had to get back to the parking garage. None of us were really good at finding it. So yeah, we took a little while before we were able to get back to the parking garage. We didn't really have the time to look at all the stuff Amsterdam had to offer, but we saw a little bit, not a lot. I also think that most cities, especially the big ones, look the same. However, Amsterdam actually has quite a lot of buildings that I really like. They look very unique, although they are not very efficient with like energy and stuff, I think. Like if you were an architect, I think most architects would say, yeah, they look good, but it's not really a good building, so to speak. But I really enjoyed the skyline. It was quite unique from what I've seen. And that was basically everything we saw from Amsterdam. We then went back to the hotel. We chilled like a little bit in the lobby after that, and then we went to bed. I slept through the night easily. I woke up at 7. I was immediately not really tired anymore, just, well, the difference between being tired and exhausted, if you understand what I mean. My neck hurt, my throat hurt. I just got up because even if I tried, I wouldn't have been able to sleep anymore. So yeah, I just got up. I chilled a little in my room before the others woke up. Then we went, like at 10 a.m. we went to the car. We grabbed a little bit of food from a mall that we kind of found. It was like a that it was a little specific shop that we searched out, and it was like in this mall. I posted a photo of it on my Twitter and Blue Sky, so if you're interested in that, you can look at it from the Twitter and Blue Sky account. But basically the mall looked a little bit like it came from the back rooms. So it was kind of funny to look at and to be there. But yeah, we just grabbed some breakfast and went back from the trip. So yeah, the overall time we took for driving was 6 hours, and we spent like not even 24 hours in the Netherlands, really. But it was a fun trip. It was a real fun trip. I wanted to watch a stream on the way back, and I really hoped I would be able to just get the internet working for the time the stream started. And I kind of had to make a makeshift antenna with my phone, basically. I was able to connect my phone with the with like normal roaming internet. It sometimes didn't work at all. So I connected my phone with like my tablet. I used my tablet and my phone in tandem, and kind of used the phone as an antenna to get the tablet to work. So I was kind of able to watch the stream I wanted to watch, but it was not really comfortable because I had to hold the phone myself to the window, basically. But yeah, I was kind of a little bit able to watch the stream I wanted to watch. I was able to get it to work, kind of. But yeah, that's the trip to Amsterdam to the Aldo concert. And for anyone who still is going to watch the Aldo show, I will not spoil anything, obviously. And I hope you have lots of fun, because I had. It was a banger. But I think we have yapped enough. I will now go over to Ratchet and Clank. Set updated. Badabooey. We are in Ratchet and Clank. Alright, I think this looks fine. Everything looks good. I really hope that the adjustments I made to the microphone are working properly. And yeah, let's see. Everything should work fine. Alright, last time we left off Planet Altanis. I hope I changed the language. Yeah, Clank can't be on this planet. Okay, I did change the language up, perfect. So yeah, this planet is played without Clank. I think we looked into the weapons shop last time. Yeah, there is the Tesla Claw, which we will not be buying.
That's a real beauty.
I do want my ammo.
That's a real beauty.
And with that, I also kind of changed the, what do you call it, the input method for my screen. So I sacrificed one of my Linux screens to minimally reduce the delay that I have for the game. So I basically have like 2 frames more to react to stuff, which hopefully adds a little bit of a general like feedback for me to maybe, because the jump and run stuff that we will be encountering from now on is not great. If you can't react immediately, basically. It will be a lot easier for me to just jump and react to all this stuff if I can simply react to it 2 frames earlier. It does make a little bit of a difference, especially because the game is in 30 FPS. I think it is 30 FPS. Would make sense for me. Although I don't know if the converter adds any other delay. So we will see. I do think this will improve at least a little bit. And I really hope it actually does. Yeah, so this planet introduces these guys that go into a little bunker, and since we don't have Clank, we are kinda at their mercy for not getting hit, because they have quite the long range and they can be quite scary. So they all only do the same amount of damage, which is 1, but they can be quite dangerous still, because there are so many, and if they get you, you are unlocked for a short amount of time, which will be a little bit unpleasant. Yeah. We will do the same here. These little guys will be our personal angels here. Yeah. They are extremely well suited for this situation. And yeah, we are encountering 2 of these, including one of these flying ships. Which would be getting really annoying, but with these guys asynchronously destroying the bunker buddies, we can easily just take the bunker buddies out and take care of the ship afterwards. We are also getting quite the good ammo stash from everything, so I was gonna say, I think we are going to encounter something really, really bad. So yeah, taking care of that, you might want to equip the boom pros before landing here. It can help, but yeah, whenever there's a situation where you need to think about anything, you can usually just press the start button and just assess the situation anew. There's also this little lift here that will bring you back, so if you are in a really tight spot, you can try to get back with the elevator. There's also a little grappling hook where a gold bolt is situated. And I can't quite remember if I did this. Okay, I didn't do this.
So yeah, I still have to do some stuff sometimes, and backtracking is a thing that I have in mind. I will take feedback on if we should do proper, complete backtracking. I am in so much trouble right now. Okay, I can just say it. Okay, it's three Devastator rockets per gunship. The gunships, or in general, all the enemies here are kind of dangerous, actually, because they will usually be at spots where we will have a little bit of trouble reaching them, and they tend to come by surprise a little bit. So yeah, basically it's recommended to just be looking a little bit ahead. I tend to not do that because I am usually very familiar with the layouts, but this is one of the levels that I usually just go through and hope for the best. So this is a bit more of a tricky situation because there are the small guys here, right behind some walls, and we will be trying something out I always wanted to try. That was unfortunate. But we can put these guys here and... Okay, they do not, in fact, do anything with these guys. These guys are following us on the rails. We need to jump whenever they start their lasers. And we need to evade these few thingies. Alright. And we are done with this path. Perfect. This is a little dump. And we see there is a guy over there and...
Hey, welcome to my shop. What can I get you?
I'm looking for Drek.
Sure, yeah, I got lots of stuff on sale. After the bombing, no one is around to buy anything.
Are you okay?
Low prices? Oh, you bet. I can make you a deal on a busted turburator, a mangled carbonizer, or I got this info bot.
Guess that bombing was pretty loud, huh?
Oh, you're one shrewd negotiator. I'll tell you what. I can let this infobot go for half price.
Yeah, so this guy has a little bit of a hearing loss problem. He tries to sell us his stuff, and he actually has a useful infobot, which we will be grabbing shortly, right after we put down these ladders. It's 2000 bolts, nothing too much.
Well, that's about it for me.
Thanks.
Quit your complaining. I gave you a great deal. Jeez.
Afraid to go out at night? Afraid to go out during the day? Just plain afraid? Then you need this! The Ultra Mech Unlimited. This mech is the ultimate in personal defense system. Bloods Industries is now taking pre-orders. Get yours before it's too late.
Now that's what I call serious firepower. Clank's gonna be jealous if he sees this.
Yeah, so I guess we paid for this guy's bus tickets because he's just gone. After that, so we will be going to the next part, which is with the taxi. where we will be going over basically the worst thing possible in this game, I think. Or one of the harder jump and run challenges, which is fine. I don't like it. Alright, we will need to... Whoops. I think the best option is to just destroy these flying planes, because if we get into their range in the little light cone, we will be met with a terrible, terrible fate. But yeah, you can also just get out of their way, go out of their way, which will work too. We have this little dispensers that were kind of in our way, annoying us. And yeah, once we go up there, we will be immediately within a battlefield. We can, however, and this I think I've never actually used in this playthrough before, but we can choose two things, and by pressing double triangle button, we can immediately swap back to the last thing we had equipped. So we will be using the grappling hook, immediately going for the suck cannon, and yeah, with that, this situation is resolved. Now we will be going up this way. Yeah, so there are a few light cones, and we need to try to get over there. So we need to try not to get caught, if possible. Alright. So yeah, this was a little bit dangerous, but absolutely doable. Alright, our next target is to get onto these platforms. We will be using the grappling hook from now on for most of the situations. I am noticing a little problem right now, which I hope I can resolve. Because it does seem... Let me check something really quick. That seems fine. Does that work? This looks incorrect. Wait. Not what I was going for. Yeah. Alright, I think this might help. This might help. I will try. Is there anything I can do otherwise? I can do this. This kind of improves a little bit. do anything? Not really, okay. I am currently trying to do a little bit of this might. I was trying to do a little bit of a. No, it's not improving really. I was trying to play around a little bit with the bandwidth and stuff for the NDI stream, which I am using to stream the game to the OBS source, because I have noticed that there is a little bit of a stutter, which I will try to fix. For me it's not noticeable because I obviously get the complete live feed, but I obviously don't want this to be the viewer experience, so I will just jump down here for no reason at all and get sent back right to the start because I accidentally jumped down there, which is... yeah. Don't do that. That's just don't accidentally jump down there if you can. Try to avoid it. But yeah, I did just notice that the stream, at least the, what do you call it, the preview of my stream in my OBS is kinda stuttering. And I really hope it's only my OBS that is doing that. And or only the preview that is doing that, because I don't want to serve such a stuttering image. But if the stuttering is visible on stream, I do apologize, and I want to fix that if I can, because this is basically just the NDI source. If it's the NDI source, I basically can't do anything because it's already wide, let's say, optimized. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, that is what happens if you get seen, you get shot at. Yeah, I really hope that the stuttering is just in the preview and not on the actual stream, because that's not what I want to have, and I can't really improve anything about that, because that means the... am I right? This is where I came from. I need to get over there, I think. Somewhere over there. Something is not right. Alright, now we can get over there apparently. Yeah, but I really hope that I can just... It's just something I see and not on the screen. Because it would be quite sad now that I have set up everything and I would just notice this now, that there's actually a little bit of a problem with the NDI source, and if the multi setup basically doesn't really work. That would be quite sad. because I do like it. I do like it really very much that I can have my gaming PC with just gaming PC stuff, and yeah, if it's like I can do this right now, maybe somewhere. Might be a little bit of money here because it's a more dangerous place to do this. But yeah, it would be kind of sad if I was now not able to get the stuff figured out after I've been doing this for a little bit of time. So I hope this is just a problem in my preview. Anyways, we are about to get a very cool weapon.
Sweet!
Yeah, it's a morph array, and this morph array is a weapon that has been actually submitted in a contest where people had to basically design their own Ratchet and Clank weapon, and this is the winner. And this weapon is a ray that transforms enemies into chickens. Yeah, so these are the routes that we went with, and I will buy some more ammo right now,
Hi there, Fuzzball.
which we probably don't really need. There is one more route we can and will take while we're here. I am currently a little bit unsure when it's going to unlock. Because it should have unlocked by now. Oh, right. Here. So I can't remember what causes the other stuff in. But yeah, this is a optional route, a really optional route. Basically, we have two optional routes on this planet. This is the second one after the morph array. We will be going through a terrible jump and run. It is a test of skill, but the rewards are very good. There is almost no reason to not do it. It's just that it's really annoying, and yeah, being like the whole thing is basically an exhaustive test of can you walk on these magnetic rails and are you able to work with ice platforms and stuff. I am not really a fan of this, but it is a nice challenge if you want to be challenged. So, depending on how you view it, it's a great challenge. I just don't really like it. Alright. It also doesn't really matter what you are holding in your hand while doing this. I do recommend just having something in your hand that does nothing. So, not that you have any, like, you can trigger some animation or something. You can also just go with the swing shot, because I'm not really sure if there's going to be anything that we are using the swing shot for. That was almost really bad. Yeah, we could try and go for these. I do recommend doing it the remote way, because I think there's wind that will probably just throw you up. So yeah, just be careful when trying to go for the thingies. This one is a little tricky, so just use the boomerang function of your Omni Wrench. And I still recommend just use the camera to mark the way basically that you want to go for, and just use the D-pad to move. It makes a lot of the stuff very easy. Over there are our trusty bunker boys again, which we are going to meet and greet with our little Doom buddies. And I am going to fall off here almost, because it's goddamn dangerous. Alright, we got a little gold bolt for our efforts, and a little Devastator ammo back. We need to be very careful here. Ice mechanics in every game are a nightmare, and this one is, in my opinion, a double nightmare. Alright, so we go over here. We now need to do this little shimmy. I do not care about those boxes over there anymore, because we are going through the ice slide. I do not need to move. I need to get off here, and we are at a Gadgetron vendor that looks very familiar. So we're gonna say hi to him in just a few seconds. Alright, let's meet this fellow who we have never seen before.
Captain Quark!
Where?
Come on, Quark, I know it's you.
The name's Steve. Pleased to meet you.
Look, Steve, I need to know where Drek is before it's too late.
Did you say too late? Sir, it is never too late to acquire the latest in the long line of quality products from Gadgetron. I have for you, today only, the Gadgetron PDA.
Public display of affection?
No, personal delivery assistant. This device allows you to purchase ammunition wherever and whenever you want it.
Yeah? How do I know it works?
You can always trust Gadgetron quality, or my name's not Steve.
Yeah, so we can buy a PDA. The PDA itself is very generously only 1,000 bolts, which is basically a steal.
Thank you, and have a quark-tastic day.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, so Captain Quark apparently, or Steve, is now a Gadgetron salesman. So yeah, we just got the PDA, which is a very useful gadget, because we can equip it. I said we can equip it, and we can buy from
Hi
anywhere.
there, Fuzzball.
We can buy
That's
ammo
a real
from
beauty.
anywhere. It is, however, very pricey. Like, bomb glove ammo is 5 times, blaster ammo is 10 times.
That's a
Glove
real
of Doom
beauty.
is actually one of the more reasonable ones with 1.5 times, or 2.5 times more. The Devastator is 2 times more, and the drone device is also 2.5. So yeah, if you're in a pinch and really need that ammo, you can just buy it. You can buy it with the PDA, and there's no problem at all. Like, it is a little bit more pricey, which is just to prevent you from forgetting that you actually need to buy the ammo at the Gadgetron stores. If you are, yeah, not paying attention, or a general scatterbrain, similar to me, then that's your punishment. If you are going for always buying with the PDA. Yeah, so nice cinematic animation of this statue being blown up. We get another optional route, which we can swing shot through. This is one of the more fun activities, in my opinion. But it is also a little bit of a challenge, because you will have to do everything again if you fall down. I don't remember where my next move needs to be. Oh, over there. There is a little ship that is carrying a hookshot ball, and we need to grab that. And I can't see anything, which is fine, because we didn't really go anywhere. So yeah, unfortunately the camera did not play with us, but it's fine, nothing really lost. I do hope this does not happen again though, because I actually want to finish this planet if possible. Yeah, we have a little bit of an elevator ride. I do think that this elevator ride could probably have been a little bit faster. It didn't really need to take that long, but that's fine. We try that again. Over there, let's go. Also, if you haven't noticed, the hookshot, like the little swings, always face Ratchet, but they do it in a slow manner, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I really hope that the camera is now... Nope. Camera did not want us to do that. I don't understand why. But we will just have to try that again and again until the camera opts in to help us. What do you have to say to that, Ratchet? Any defense on why that camera is not cooperating? Alright, let's... like, third time's the charm, people say, so let's go, third time's the charm. I don't even remember what we get from this. It's probably just a gold bolt. So this time I will just wait here, try to grab him. And I guess this works far better. Alright. Okay, this one I have to like time differently. I guess I need to grab this twice. Okay, that's fine, I guess. This is okay. This is fine. Anything I need to know? No, okay. There's the next one. We want to go with him. And then swing over here. And then we wait for another one. And we get a gold bolt, as I said. So yeah, very optional route, but I take it. It's fine. Only took us 3 tries, so it's okay. So we taxi back. It basically takes us to the lower quote-unquote hub, where we can go everywhere. And I will just take this elevator back to our ship, and I think we are done on this planet completely. Yeah. We got 3 out of 4 gold balls. That's fine. That's not really an issue. We have a new planet, and this might not be obvious from the get-go. So I will not specifically try to spoil anything. Or basically I will try to not spoil anything.
Well, I guess Quark didn't eliminate them.
How observant of you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, if you were only so diligent in doing your own job.
Yes, sir.
Since our new planet is nearly finished, we need a plan to remove the world that is occupying our selected orbit. This time, it must be absolutely foolproof. Time is wasting.
Yeah. So this is Quartu. We did see a little
I got some great bargains for you today.
raffle between a scientist and
Oh, that's a nice one.
Foreman Drag, or how he's Chairman Drag. And yeah, they are not happy. And we will be first of all going here. This is an optional route.
Now that you have the hydro pack, you can activate its turbojets by holding down the R1 button.
Yes, I think we have not yet seen the hydro pack in action. We will be infiltrating this thingy underwater here. Now, there is high voltage water that we obviously do not want to jump into if it's while it's electrocuting. So we will press this button, we get a timer, and we need to get through here within the time limit. So we can open doors here and stuff with the gates. I did mess that one up. I also did mess that one up. I hope that does not become the norm. Yeah, but basically if you just don't go through the middle, usually you will be fine. But the spiders are placed in a way which makes it not really easy to avoid them. But we did fine. We get this little thingy.
Oh, yeah!
Which is a bolt grabber, which massively increases the range where we can grab bolts. And I do appreciate that thing, because in every game the bolts are basically, the range for picking them up is basically just standing exactly on them, which yeah, not great. So the bolt grabber, really cool extra gadget that we get. Very worth it. For this optional section, the hydro pack was a must. So we will just go over here for the less optional part now. I forgot these guys can actually be quite dangerous. So we remove him. We should have technically just used the Devastator from afar. But I underestimated him, and now we just whacked him with the Omni Branch. There are these guys again, which do not really react to me right now, so we will use that to just explode them. Yeah, he does not have any self-preservation skills apparently. So yeah, we will. One thing I want to show you is why we can't go in here.
We'll need the Gadgetron hologuise to explore the factory. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect a hologuise on this planet.
Yeah, so we can't go there yet, which is fine. We basically have our... Whoops, I think this will be very dangerous, so I will pause the game and equip the morph ray to demonstrate how the morph ray works. So basically we go close to him. On the right there is this little gouge, and this guy does not care at all. But basically, once the gouge is full, we get a chicken, which is nothing really. However, there is a gold variant of that ray, so once we get back to the gold shop, basically, that's the first actual kind of improvement. We can get a gold morpho ray, which transforms these chickens into giant chickens, which will explode. So actually the first real useful upgrade with the gold bolts. I see over there are small guys, which are taking our Doom guys away. Yeah, I think that's it. Right, this is a little something that we cannot open right now. It's not a minigame or anything. Actually requires us to use a specific item. I am an idiot. I accidentally made the jump forward right into a TNT box, so not great, but we have this guy who is now going to explain something to us.
Was it pi over infinity, or...
Hey, you need help fixing that thing?
Actually, I'm trying to destroy it.
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge, heavily armed mechs.
So that's where those mechs came from.
Precisely. Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
Yeah, so we can now become Giant Clank. which is awesome. Just look at him. Yeah, we can... Normal enemies we can just walk over. They barely do anything, and this is one of the funnest ways to... Like, this is a great thing they did for this game. It's really awesome. It's lots of fun.
When your energy bar is full, press the triangle button to unleash an atomic energy blast.
Yeah, so basically we are now role reversal. Ratchet is on the back of Clank, and Clank is just whacking everything. We have punches, missiles, and a special attack that we can use to fire an instant kill bomb, more or less instant kill bomb. We can only do that from time to time. We also have rockets, which I usually use to get rid of the small enemies if I can. Usually it's one of the better options to just punch away the melee enemies. And yeah, if you can, the enemies outside the ring walls, you can either get away with the rockets or use the mega bomb. You can, I think, yeah, the rockets are probably the best way to deal with them. Yeah, so we destroyed them all.
Well done! Now just step into the machine and we'll see what happens.
Nice to have you back, I guess.
I've recalibrated the controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how to thank you two. Maybe this'll help.
New! From Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the Hollow Guys. With the Hollow Guys, you can fool robots into thinking you're one of them. Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
If I can get that thing, I'll be able to get past those robot guards.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Ratchet obviously really liked Giant Clank, but we are back to normal size Clank. We also have coordinates for the Gadgetron headquarters, and we will be going there immediately because we need the Robo Guys, and then we can immediately come back here. Now, yeah, the little banter they had is quite funny to me. Just Ratchet going and freaking Clank just disproving how robots can't be fooled, basically, or cannot easily be fooled, which is kind of a cool little funny thing that they did. Really like the writing of that. Now we will go to Calibo, and there is one enemy type that I really don't like because it's really annoying to deal with them. Supreme Executive Chairman Drake's flagship.
This is starting to become annoying. I'm not sure why I bother with you incompetent idiots. All right, I'll try this one more time. You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadgetron to get rid of them, so be it.
yeah, basically the new type of enemies were just introduced and they are extremely annoying. They come in these ships and they immediately get out of the ship and they are sharpshooters. We kinda can get them from here. But yeah, it's not really easy to deal with them, and once you eliminate one of them, they will not stop shooting you. They will fire across the map if they need to. Yeah. So he just keeps shooting.
I got some great bargains for you.
I don't remember if this was in here before, but we can also buy the Walloper, which is a melee AoE weapon, which does a little bit more damage than the wrench, but I really never used it because it's not really useful.
Oh,
It's
that's
a fun little thing. But our weapon pool that we have here is actually the way to go, in my opinion. Alright, we have not taken care of this guy over there yet. I don't think we should go for a unaimed snipe, so we will just get a little closer and fire from here. Get back to the Gadgetron machine. I think we actually did hit him, so I will just grab these little boxes of bolts and we will be on our way. Now, these headquarters are quote unquote, how would you call it, guarded by a lot of enemies, so yeah, we will try to get in without losing too much of our head. Taking out these guys, very annoying. And yeah, there is a new batch of these. Yeah, he's over there. We need to get rid of him before he starts shooting, because they are extremely annoying. So, we have two options here, two ways we can go. One of them is optional, but I will go first, as always. I think we will need a little bit of ammo.
Hi there, Fuzzball. Oh, that's a nice one.
Alright. So we will be going up here. The elevator will give us uppies. Let's go. Alright, this is a long grinding section, if I remember correctly, and we can see a little bit of stuff that becomes important a little bit later. This grinding section can be, yeah, it can be hard because some of the obstacles are just not really visible before you can react. But the little extra frames do help a little bit. But yeah, we are already on 2 health, which means I can at max be hit one more time. And we get introduced with these little switches. We want to go over here for a little extra thingy, and I absolutely ignored that guy. Holy. Yeah, we want to hit them all because otherwise we will... Yeah, we will just die anyways because I'm bad. So, yeah, let me just try that again. Yeah, I immediately forgot that this thing is there. I might need to concentrate a little bit, but while I do that, you can also look into the general vicinity, because right under us is actually a part of the level that becomes relevant later. Because we are actually grinding above an ocean, which contains a little hoverbot. A road. Not road. A little hoverboard thingamabob. How do you call it? A little hoverboard racetrack, that's right. So there is a hoverboard racetrack under the ocean. And we will be going there later. Once I don't accidentally completely get annihilated. Okay, I think... Yeah, we get a little gold bolt for our efforts earlier. The little switches basically allowed us to grab the... Oh my god. The little switches allowed us to grab the... thing.
Hey, we finally get to meet the help desk girl. I hope she's cute.
What should that matter?
Oh, man.
Come here often?
Actually, I work here, so I come here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I've been following your progress. Here, shh, take this. It's a map-o-matic. It will be very helpful.
I'll see you later.
Bye, sweetie.
I think she likes me.
The Gatron map-o-matic can be used to find secret areas. Just go to your map screen, and all secret areas will be highlighted on the map.
Yeah, so she's basically the girl from the help desk that gives us infos all the time. Unfortunately, against Ratchet's expectations, she is a robot and not really his type. But Clank seemed to have a good first impression on her, so yeah. Go for it, buddy. So this is the Gadgetron help desk break room. Loads of chicken, unless you turn the camera away. Very weird. But yeah, apparently the break room is full of employees that are chickens, which implies a little bit of stuff. You can craft your own theories on what happened, knowing that there is the change ray. So yeah, you could also just say it's a wordplay where all the Gadgetron employees are chicken. Which, yeah, if they are cowards, that makes sense. But yeah, that's a little secret where basically now that we have the map-o-matic, we can look at, and unfortunately I already went through the entire room, but this type of room will now be shown on the map, which has the little green. Whenever a room is a secret room, it will be completely green, basically. So this we got and we will use for later, if we want to go for full backtracking. There is a few things I definitely will backtrack for, because they are kind of story relevant. But there are also stuff I will probably not go back for if it's not specifically requested by anyone. Now we will be going into this little arena, which is, yeah, just these guys. And we cannot actually get them. We have to, we can't get them with the suck cannon, so we have to actually fight them. Not really a problem. We can just whack him from the top. We will be set immediately to the exit. And there are these guys again, which I really don't appreciate. So we whack him with the Devastator, they whack me back, because it is not easy to evade them if you are not careful. We have a little... Alright, so the thing I want to do is I need to hit that button, and I will do that with the blaster. After that I will remove this guy with the Devastator, because he is annoying. Then I will activate the button again and fly over there. Not too bad, actually quite easy if you are not an idiot. I forgot that these kind of things happen too. So yeah, I did not know that would be happening, and I will now activate my drones again, because we will be again fighting a few robots, which will happen like 3 times more, I think. And every room is basically showing off a weapon. These are like test dummies for weapons. The first room was our first weapon, the bomb glove. And this is the, in German it's called Mega Heat. And I punch, like, it's not really, I can't really care about that weapon. It's not really useful in any way. Alright, we are dealing with these guys again. And this time they are in an unfortunate constellation. But we managed to get them KO'd. And we will be moving over here. There are the bomb bodies again, which we will promptly counter with our doom buddies. There is also a little Gadgetron helper, a Gadgetron vendor, I mean, where we will restock our stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a nice one.
Oh, wait. Drones. Get me the drones. Let's go. Alright. Easy peasy. Yeah, down there are a few enemies, which we will probably want to take care of. No problem for the suck gun. Really just a test of if you remember that you have that gun. We can immediately go back. And with that, we can just go here, aim over there, get the hookshot into the other quick slot, and immediately go over here. No problem whatsoever. We will then grind over here, where we get out the suck cannon again, remove the little guys, no problem, and grab our little in-between reward. Get the drones out again. I can already see over there are again the annoying guys. I will try... Okay, apparently that kinda locked onto one, but also didn't. I kinda wonder Yeah, no, I don't think I can hit them from here. Which means I will probably have to take care of them in a more uncomfortable way. These guys are demonstrating how the Pyrocider works. Actually quite effective against Ratchet. Not really effective if you are using it yourself. Really, I don't think it is at all effective. Okay, now we can get kind of closer, and we do get a reticle on them, which means the rockets can now lock onto him. And we will simply use that to try and get a good shot in. Yes, okay. All that while we try to not get hit by the other stuff. Okay. Now we can easily get out here and use the suck gun. There is another squad getting out over there. We want to try to immediately get them taken care of. Perfect. And yeah, the little bomb guys, we will use the Doom Buddies again. We have a button ship, which I will ban immediately. Alright, that's taken care of. For some reason the ship is still there. I don't think it spawns any new enemies. It's currently just hanging out. Don't really... Oh, right. I did not remember that these can actually attack. So let's quickly take care of it. It apparently takes a few hits. Alright. Taken care of. Easy. Easy peasy. We can destroy these boxes with a little bit of bomb blob magic. I think there is not really anything else that we need to remember here. So we do get a little bit of health here and ammo, which basically this is the last room before the end of the line. We will be running through a assortment of all the weapons of the robots that we have seen before. You can just basically lazily stand there and use your Doom guys or shoot from afar. Not 100% necessary to do it like that, because you can just... The Pyrociders are actually the only thing that I think really get dangerous a little bit. Yeah, so easily taken care of, everything's fine. We enter the headquarters. And here are a few boxes. And over there is the, I think, president, the CEO of Gadgetron. So let's talk to him.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you were concerned about the, invasion?
Son, our defenses are the best money can buy. Don't give it another thought. You ever been on a hoverboard?
Yeah, once or twice.
I am in search of a hip young star to represent my newest line of boards. Someone the kids can look up to.
Then I am your man.
If you can beat my test bots in a race, that job is yours.
Yeah, so he wants us to raise his spots, and we will do that immediately. I will try to do my best to minimize the amount of tries I will need. So please bear with me if I am not talking for some time sometimes, because I will try to do this in one try. Easy.
That was terrific. Now I just need you to say a few words about our hot new boards.
Huh? Now?
Of course. Just look into that camera right over there and say what comes naturally. Rolling.
Hi. This is Ratchet for, Gadgetron hoverboards. And if you,
Yo, dudes, for the freshest boards in the galaxy, check out the new XZ88 from Gadgetron. It's so hot, it's cool.
I think I got the wrong guy. That was something.
Hey, I was thinking, do I get a discount on gadgets now?
You have to be with the company for 2 years before the employee discount kicks in. I can, however, let you have this.
The Gadgetron Hologuise is the perfect infiltration device for all our non-robot customers. Simply equip the device and press the circle button. You will instantly be disguised as a SentryBot, preventing detection by all SentryBot security systems. Press the circle button again to wave at fellow SentryBots, who will then deactivate force fields for you. Caution, use of any weapon while disguised will deactivate the Hologuise.
Yeah, so now we have the Hologuise. We also can, like, go for the best time here. And we get some... Like, we can build up points, like a high score, which I don't think does anything.
I got some great bargains for you today.
There might, if I remember correctly, there might be a skill point that we can get by maxing out something, by getting a specific high score or a specific time. But I don't 100% remember, so yeah. We are also, for some reason, getting shot from somewhere, which I do not appreciate, so we will just leave as fast as possible. There is also, I don't think, anything we need to do from now on. I think this planet is done, if I remember correctly. Yeah, everything's done here. So we need to get back to Quartu, which is the only thing we still have to do here. To infiltrate the bot production plant. Yeah, so whoops, what is happening? From now on, first of all, I will not underestimate this guy again. Takes only one Devastator rocket, but yeah, not... I noticed that my controller seems to be having a little bit of trouble, so I will just reset him shortly. And yeah, let's try to infiltrate the robot compound. Yeah, so we will be needing the holo guys quite frequently. I will actually put it on my quick select for that, because it is quite annoying needing to pause the game every time. So yeah, I really hope this is... we don't really need the taunter from now on. There will maybe, I think there's one more case where we could use a taunter, but it's not really necessary. We also don't really want to, or do we? I will try something out to have the information for later. Alright, so this is an alarm button, which the robots will press if they detect that we are in fact not a robot. But we can destroy them before they can press that button, which means we can actually take care of some of the robots sometimes beforehand. And if we can't, there are methods to basically get around that problem. Yeah, but basically we will just be trying to get into their midst and then take them out, like preferably immediately. Alright, nothing that can happen here really. We can technically, okay, this is one of the first cases where it gets really hard to try to actually destroy them all in one go. We need to be careful that the guys can't see us beforehand. We can, I think, if we sit ourselves here, we can activate the drones. No, we can't, okay. So this is a little bit of a different problem. But yeah, we can get rid of all of these guys to make it a little bit easier to get here. We get rid of this guy, and I kinda did this in a way that was not necessarily the intended way, but anyways, it worked. We need to get over here, and we are met with this conveyor belt that throws some kind of waste down here, and we obviously don't want to be in the way of said waste. So we wait a little bit and then go over there. No problemo. Now we need to... Well, what I want to do is I activate the drones again and then...
You will have to destroy those sentry bots. Make sure they do not press that alarm button.
Yeah. They tend to... one of the best interactions. They basically, because I am a robot for them, they do not care that they are being destroyed. So, yeah, having the drones is a blessing. You just need to activate them before going into the disguise. But it's really, really, really easy. I don't think there's anything we can do up there. So we go over here. And... okay, there's not immediately any robots, so we will do the drones again and back there. Back to the disguise. And we will just walk over here. You will notice that there is... oh, for some reason I actually had the alarm mode, and I don't know why. Okay, I see. So they don't like... they are a little bit stun locked. But if they are not stun locked anymore, they will immediately notice. This is a little construction room. A robot construction room. For the killer robots, I think. So, not a lot that we can do here. I don't think there is actually anything other than the little boxes. Over here apparently already something destroyed the boxes. We take care of this guy. We don't really want to do anything with him. We activate the drones again. And the robo guys. Now, this is a little bit more tricky. Because these guys over there will... basically, we have to wait until they turn around. So we can get over here. I can't really tell if that guy is looking in our direction, but we have to trust that he isn't. Yeah, perfect. So this guy is not looking in our direction. We will just take care of these two with our trusty drones. And then we will take care of him, who is just looking at the wall apparently. So yeah, he's not very perceptive, apparently. We get into a little... oh no, they saw me. They saw me. That's not good, because these things will activate everywhere if they press the button, but apparently they did not press the button. Okay. I think we are fine. That was a little bit of a close one, which I did not enjoy, if I'm being honest. I hope this should still work fine. Okay. Oh no! That was not perfect. Is he done now? Perfect, alright. So yeah, not optimal, probably a better way to solve this. And here's a little reminder that I don't actually know. Oh, these are the... Oh, this is a version of the robots that were on the, like, third planet. I think those are the big red ones, if I remember correctly. So they were produced here. And we can grab the boxes as always. We almost have the money to buy the Tesla Claw, which I will not be buying. Because actually, what I do want to buy as soon as I am off this planet, because I just remembered it, I do want to buy the extra health. So we will be grabbing the extra health right after I am done with this thingy. And I think, yeah, there's still one more of these guys I need to wave at. He will open the door for us, and we will just assassinate him in return. We grab these bolts, and I think, yeah, this should be...
That should do it.
Mom?
Oh, brother.
I tried, Mom. I know.
Hey, look! A sister!
My fellow Blanc, our synthetic world is now fully functional and ready for habitation. However, there is one small obstacle in our way. This pathetic lump of a planet. Due to some blunder of fate, it happens to occupy the galaxy's most perfect orbit. But no more. Behold, the Deplanetizer, the most powerful laser ever created. Soon, we will move the Deplanetizer into place just above the planet's surface. I will, of course, be on hand to press the button that will blow this mudball to smithereens. No one will even miss it. See you then!
Ratchet, are you all right?
He is going to pay!
Excuse me?
It shouldn't have taken me this long to see it! Drek is going to find out what happens when you mess with my home. What are you smiling at?
This is the Ratchet I always knew was there.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, we need to get onto Drek's ship. And then we can find out where he set up that laser.
I will try to make you proud, Mom.
Yeah, so this was a little bit more of an emotional cutscene, where Clank got to meet his mom and Ratchet got to understand why stopping Drag is a very important business. So we grab a gold bolt that is just sitting here. And we will now take every measure to absolutely kick Drag's ass. So we will be going down this little slide where Clank was going down from at the start of the game. And we immediately go to a space station, I think. Yeah, a space station in the orbit of Veldin, which is, yeah, the home planet of Ratchet, which we actually were not able to go to from any point in the game other than the very start. So yeah, we will go to Drax fleet and wreak a little havoc. Yes, so this is Drax fleet. There is basically,
I
I
got
think,
some great bargains for you today.
3 routes, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's a nice one.
First of all, we can go down here, if I remember correctly. Yes. So this is one of the routes where we basically can just go down here. We also, since we have the Map-O-Matic, we can actually look at hidden areas beforehand. And apparently there are hidden areas in this route, so we will try to get there. I think this actually is very easy. I hope I remember correctly. It's basically the same thing as before, planned before, where we step on the button, we have a time limit, we just get through here. And this time the obstacles are a little different. There are mines and these electric fields, and whoops. And we will try not to get hit, but apparently I am a massive idiot who can't actually see with the eyes that were given to him at birth. So we took a few hits, which I hope will not be of any problem. No, I am about to die because I am not really great at this kind of thing. But I am also actually, to be honest, yeah, okay, whatever. I will try to concentrate now. No. And I'm dead again. I'm alive. And I'm dead. I'm alive. And I'm dead. I'm alive. And I'm dead! God damn it! I was about to say 3rd time's the charm, but as you can see, I'm not going well. Already not going well. Okay, I think we can actually just get up and out of here. No, okay. I kinda messed up because I need to get to the hidden area. Instead, I think the hidden area has a button where the electro stuff stops electrocuting. I kinda messed that one up. I thought the stop button was here again, so I do kinda know that the thing to collect there is just a gold bolt. We did get a code bot, which I will be using immediately. No, I will not use it immediately, actually. I will just keep that for the backpacking part. So this was part 1 of the whole shtick. Very optional route. Definitely could have gone better. Anyways. We will now go for the actual route. The non-optional route. Which involves a lot of stupid stuff. Like this guy. Which we will just immediately destroy. That's not good. Okay, let's try that again. Nope, he does not like that. But there's also not really any danger here, so yeah, it's just a reminder enemy that we need this here, and we will be smacking his butt. Now, these little guys are kind of not so cool with us, so we will be... I think this is the point where I can use this. They will try come get me, they will run into the laser, and we have no problem. Very easy, very nice. Now, over there is another laser, and whenever these dog bots are on the screen, basically this was a tutorial to understand how the guys... how the dogs will attack you even if you were disguised. This was the tutorial level for this mechanic. And we will now need to apply what we have learned in the actual level. So immediately what you see here is a little room where we can basically wait for them to get in, and we will immediately just assassinate them. Oh, he noticed what happened. Not great, not terrible. This guy, however, is completely clueless, and we can just take care of him. Next room. We have multiple options to go about this business. The dogs do not like us. We could activate our drones. I could take care of them once I go in there. However, I do want to, I guess, just try if this works. And go immediately back to the holo guys. And I did not get that doggo over there. But yeah, the others did not seem to care. So yeah, we will just go about our business here. I don't think they have anything interesting in their respective quarters, so I will not actually kill them now, because I don't think there's any any additional value in doing that. Currently, there's like really not anything to do. This guy will need to go. I do want all of this stuff though. And we'll be going into this teleporter. We already see some doggos over there again, which we will take care of. Does the taunter get over there? No, okay. So we will go the drone way this time. Which we don't even need because there's actually not really any robot here. Okay. Never mind, not necessary at all. But this would basically be the way to go for some other situations. For example, kind of this one. We kinda want to immediately remove that guy. And I hope there's nothing that... Ah, okay. Is there anything dangerous? No, okay. So... yeah, a little bit of a problem, but not really. Not great, not terrible. I can manage it. Just immediately remove everything that moves. And I think we saved it. Okay. No problem. Not optimal. Not terrible. I messed up. This will hurt now. Because I did see there is this... Oh, okay. Never mind, it did not hurt. It actually did not hurt. Okay, so we will move slowly towards this guy and immediately remove his presence from the premise. We also grab a few more bolts, because we deserve them. So this is going to become a little bit of a... I don't think we can get through here. Yeah, there is no way to get through here. So we need to deactivate that field by ourselves. And we can actually see Veldon from up here. So this is Veldon, which we are in the orbit of. And we kinda have a little bit of a problem over here because there are some cannons just wailing in our general direction over there, which we cannot really survive. So we will need to take care of them. Very luckily, there is a combat ship that just so happens to be here. So we take care of these cannons. Oops, I accidentally went right into that. I thought there was more space. Yeah. I will try to not do that mistake again. You are annoying. Stop getting on my nerves. You're annoying. I'm getting low on health, so I will try to grab some. No! Also, I was not aware that Ratchet is not using the remote pilot's helm this time. But this is actually Ratchet just being in the gunship. So yeah, I will be removing these guys from the equation and try to get rid of... Come on, you are... Can't be that annoying. I am so dead. I am alive. I will probably die within the next few seconds though, because those health packs are basically non-existent. They have yet to prove themselves as in any way efficient. Alright, I'm done here. Mission completed. Nothing that's killing me. Perfect. Alright, so that's taken care of. We will be moving back to the magnetic rails now with 100% less firepower on our behind. So we can enter this area down here. We are now back to breathable air. And as you can see, there are a few enemies down there, which are going to be annoying later, but not now. You might have noticed that we were not able at all to go down there without these flip lifts, basically. Yeah. These guys still don't really like us. I think we can get them with the suck cannon. Since there is basically nothing stopping us. We can just, yeah, do this. Get over here. And maybe don't do it like that. Whoops. Alright, this is bad, this is bad. This is really, really bad. This was not what I wanted to do. This is why it is very, very bad if you get caught. It's basically instant death if you are not lucky. So yeah. Let's just say I wanted to demonstrate that at least once. And next time I just know that these guys are not cool over there. That they actually are there. I think, is there anything? Right, I think this is the correct way to go. However, over there's still a secret, yes. So that's why this was done like that. So I will be trying to go for the secret and not die this time. Yeah, so this is completely a secret room. This is also... Yes, alright, I did it. I took one hit, which is fine. I'm not dead. And that's the important part. Yeah, so... I am really bad at seeing those situations beforehand, but we can also use the holo guys to check if an enemy is still mad at us. And he was still mad, even though the holo guys was green, which is fine. Alright, and over there is a little gold ball. We also don't really want to fall into that pit over there, so maybe don't do that. Yeah, so we get a gold ball from this. Now we have multiple options to get back where we are. Basically we can disable this field here, and apparently there's a teleporter. Oh no, wait, this is a teleporter from the beginning. So yeah, we will just take the quote-unquote better route, where I will be just dying, which is optional. Dying is optional. Alright, so we are back at the point where it makes sense to be.
Tonight on Blood TV, the event you have all been waiting for, the total annihilation of an entire planet! Witness the power, the destruction, and the nothingness that follows. So join Ultimate Supreme Executive Chairman Drek as he pushes the button that ends one world and begins another. Then, stay tuned for the galaxy's funniest superhero bloopers featuring Captain Quark.
Now we know where he is. Let's get him.
Yeah, so Chairman Drek is actually right on Belden. Our 100% starting point from the start of the game. And he is kind of about to destroy our planet. So we will be going there and meeting him. However, I do want to do some things before that. One of them is grabbing my extra health, because at this point it really will get quite important. And yeah, I do want to get my extra health, so I will be going back to Oxen and grabbing that extra health. I will not go for the gold bolts. I think after the extra health, I don't think there's any real other stuff I want to grab. Like there is, we could grab like the Visibomb, but I don't really think we need it. So yeah, this will be basically the last purchase for any weapon in this playthrough. Or not weapons, but in general. There will be not really any more purchases. Now, behold, the ultra nanotechnology. Hell yeah. We are now equipped with 7 extra hits before we die from 1 hit. So very pleasant, because yeah, it's just going to be a lot more relaxed from now on. There is not really any reason to not grab this upgrade. It is so massively improving. And we will now go to Veldin, which is actually our last stop for the game. Save Ratchet's planet. Let's do it. Yeah, so if you remember from the start of the game, this sounds a lot different. We did get back to our garage, so this is 100% the very start of the game. Our garage, where apparently someone was in here in the meantime, because our poster is gone. I don't think it looks too different otherwise. But yeah, so the poster of Captain Quark is gone. The chests, the boxes have been refilled, basically.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
And we will now go and find Drek and give him a very stern talking to about not blowing up our planet. Now there is a lot of money basically lying around on this planet. Let's try to take out these guys immediately before they can become annoying. I absolutely misfired 3 rockets there. Alright, and let's take care of these robbos. Because it is not Wednesday, you have to go. I'm very sorry. This is a Wednesday free zone. In fact, I do not know if Veldin even has any Wednesdays whatsoever. So, unfortunately, you will have to be removed. I also think that these frog-type enemies are unique to this planet. I can't remember that they are on any other planets. So, yeah. As you can see, tons of enemies, really not a good place to be at all, anywhere, anytime. There are tanks patrolling. The special units are all everywhere. I think I got him. I messed up. So there are tanks patrolling these areas. We do not need to completely annihilate the tanks, but they will still... I think I completely annihilated that tank. Oops. Over there, as you can see, another one of these ships, which we will take care of immediately. And that tank over there I will also just immediately destroy. Okay, apparently it only takes 2 Devastator shots for these kind of tanks. They are apparently different from the tanks on the battlefield planet, which, not gonna lie, makes things a lot easier for me. But yeah, once we have taken care of everything beforehand, which I do recommend because it does get quite annoying to deal with everything at once, and in fact this is probably not the intended way of dealing with these things. I would argue that the way how I did it is the intended way. But I would have to contact developers to clear that up for me. If we actually wanted to... Whoops. Actually, that's really cool that I can just go through the planets like that. I actually just wanted to see if the hidden areas, where the hidden areas are. So... yeah. We can look at the maps for now, which hidden areas we actually did not see yet. For example, apparently on the robot quarters there is still one more room that I kinda overlooked. Alright, this is the room where we need an item for. This is the Gorda City ruins, where apparently I was not on a secret area in whatever this is. Yeah, this is the space base, where I couldn't get this because I don't have the Visibombs. This is the bomb factory on Hoven, which we 100%ed apparently. The Yovai resort has a hidden entrance somewhere around here apparently, which will give us another gold bolt if I remember correctly. This is the thing on Oxen, which I said we need the Visibomb for. There is also... let me try to think what this is. If this is that room, okay. I can't quite remember. Whoops. But I do want to go through them while we are at it. Right, there is the underground entrance, which I remembered but didn't find. I am an idiot for pressing select again. Right, Fort Krontos is the battlefield planet where we got everything. The Quark headquarters with this little room where, again, I just wanted to get through because I didn't want I didn't want to test out if I was sent back completely back to the beginning. We can still buy the Rhino, and here is the little area I tried to swim through without the hydro pack. There is the Black Station, which we 100%ed. Or no, we didn't not yet 100%ed because we couldn't. So we need backtracking. There is the logging site, which if I remember correctly, did 100%. And there is Metropolis, where we could have gotten this thing, but I didn't get. There is Outpost 11, which we still have to do. But basically, we did get this area. And on Novalis, which was basically the first planet, the first real planet, there is a little secret in one of the rivers. So yeah, that's a little teaser for everything. Although some of these things are only for gold bolts, so let me know if you want to see all the gold bolts. But for now, we will concentrate on getting rid of German drag. I will. We have seen a few icons on the map which are bonus targets. So the bonus targets basically, except for buying the Rhino, because that's a completely different story. But the bonus targets are going to... We will do that backtracking definitely. I will 100% do the bonus targets. But only if you tell me, hey, I really want to see all the gold bolts. I also want to see you doing the skill points and stuff. If you tell me you want to see that, I will definitely do a stream about that. But I will not do anything about that if I don't get any response to that. Because it is very tedious and not really what I want to do if I can avoid it, because 100%ing the games I did once, I was a bored kid with summer vacation, so yeah. As an adult who is streaming for fun, I will not do the not so fun stuff if I can avoid it. So we are getting in a little bit of a shootout here, which I will be taking care of like this. We are changing positions. There is a prop here. I already told you that there are no allowed Wednesdays. This is actually also the first time I noticed that the model of the tank that we are shooting at is actually different from the Battalion tank models, which might explain why they do not take as many Devastator shots. They are actually meant to be different tanks, so yeah, good to know. Yeah, you little... Yeah, nice. Let's remove those Wednesdays. There is... Right. This is, I think, the last instance, the actual last instance, where we will use the Taunter. Because we will use the Taunter to guide this frog onto this button and grab ourselves another gold bolt. A little freebie on the way every time. We will get those. Those are freebies on the way, we will get them. I'm unsure if I will do some gold bolts, I think, just the ones I think are fun. I just fired 3 rockets to nowhere, perfect. I don't get it, sometimes the targeting system is just awful. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a pickle here because I think we need 4 rockets to destroy this. So I will be using our good friend the PDA to grab another missile and take care of this problem the economic way. And this, friends, is why it's important to have a good business strategy. Now I really hope, yes, we get a little bit more of the Devastator ammo. I did see that over there somewhere were a few stupid clowns. I'm also a little curious on oh, wait, I don't think we can get there like this. No, we don't need to go back. We don't need to go back. Everything's in order. Everything's alright. I don't think we need to go back to get that extra area. Alright, over there are again some idiots, which we are going to remove. Perfect. That's how I like it. Just double kill them. And we get a little bit more ammo back. Actually, one of the reasons I recommend just using the... Whoops, did not want to do that. Also did not want to do that. One of the reasons I recommend... Is this only scalable with the helipad? Apparently so. Alright, there are more idiots, which we will take care of. And we are not close enough to get rid of the gunships, so we will get close enough, fire our 4 rockets, and be done with that. Get over here, get a little bit of ammo back. Not jump down. Over there's another frog. Yeah, so this is the area that was not charted on the map. Over there. We will just... I did not want to select the drones, but it's fine. Not a problem, to be honest. I will go to the hacking tool. We will need the hacking tool a lot, but there is the... Alright, how do I want to do this? There is... no way this will work. So we will move this. The only thing, so we have 5. We need all 5 of them. This is the only one where we can actually kind of move it in a specific way. Alright, perfect. More products. So yeah, currently I don't know. Something dangerous is somewhere around here. I know that for a fact. Just can't quite remember what it was and when it's going to hit me. The way we get into the secret area is over there. I see. And there you are, you little... Okay, so he is kinda hiding behind that. Once he gets out of hiding, I will get his ass. I don't think we can... Oh, we can aim at him already. We can get rid of that guy over there too. Perfect. Because I don't really want to deal with him on his own. I also don't want to really deal with this gunship. So we just remove the gunship. And... I think... Is it like this? No, okay. No, apparently this is not the way to go. Alright, I have 6 shots. I hope they all land. Not optimal. There is a giant hole here that we do not want to fall into. But I did find the way I need to go for the special area, which reveals a gold bolt. So that's great. We got another gold bolt, easy peasy, and we will now leave this area from up here. Alright, not as bad as I thought it might be. We don't want to fall into that hole still. And we will swing shot our way over here and simply get up here. Yeah, there is a lot of enemies over here. Actually, so many enemies that I will not care about them, to be honest. I don't think there's anything really here which interests us. Although apparently I do need to add water. Or do I? Oh, there, okay. Is there anything I need to destroy? No. I did not really want to go down here again. But it just so happens that I fell. So yeah, maybe not. We are grabbing our hydro displacer again, filling up the whole silo with water, and just get over there. And with that, we are in an area where, first of all, we get ambushed by frogs. And we get to play Giant Clank again. That's the reason I did not really care about the enemies over here, because we can now just wreck everything with Clank. These enemies are not at all a challenge. Yeah, so just a little nice thingy of, you hate these enemies? Great, here's a way you can get your revenge. Alright, we are entering a sort of satellite dish.
Hey, what the?
Imbeciles! After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
Yeah, so the final showdown is a fight with Clank and this giant robot. Just kidding.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
Yeah. So this is the final fight with Chairman Drag. However, there is a way
Hi there, Fuzzball.
to exit this fight, because this is the 100% final boss. And I do not want to do him right now, because there's still a lot of stuff we can do. We can go back anytime to fight this boss fight. However, I want to do the optionals now. And at this point, I will do optional missions. And maybe a little bit of the backtracking for the bolts. And I will save the grand finale for our next stream, actually. Alright, so we have a little something for our quote-unquote manager.
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
The sonic summoner allows you to interact with the mysterious and intelligent sand mice species. Despite their innocent appearance, sand mice are very effective and aggressive hunters. Simply equip the sonic summoner when you are near a sand mouse house, and a mouse will emerge to greet you. If the mouse likes you, it may offer a bit of high-caliber tactical assistance.
Yeah, so we get a little sand mice companion, which looks like this. Mostly useless in the whole game, because they basically are on a timer and on an ammo limit. They do not really offer any additional, or they don't really offer a lot of additional firepower, and they are area restricted, so not the greatest item, not really useful in my opinion, but yeah, that's the item we get here. We will be not grabbing any new stuff from this. I we are basically done here. This is everything we get. There's nothing more to do here. So we will be moving back. Not really anything I need here, I think. Yeah. So that's it. That's Rydia. Done everything, 100%. I don't think there is anything else to do here. Nothing here. Wait, we can... actually, I should have done that earlier. We can bring the Raritanium rock to the guy in the sewers and get the Gadgetron vendor bonus, which I think also applies to ammo, which would have greatly reduced our ammo cost, but that's fine. It's not like we missed out on a lot. Like, the only thing maybe we missed out on is a bonus for the drone device. Everything else is just not applicable, basically. So we didn't miss anything for our playthrough. If you are playing yourself, you might want to trade the Raritanium earlier.
Perfect! This is precisely what I need. You will bring me more Raritanium.
You can't be serious.
Ah, well, I tried.
Yeah, so we get the Persuader, which gives us a little bit of a discount for new weapons and maybe ammo. Maybe ammo. I am unsure if we will see the discount. Yeah, we see the discount. So we can basically get everything with a discount. Partially massive discount. I'm almost inclined to buy the Parasiter. For a price like this, it's actually okay to have. Like, it won't be at all useful in the end, I think. Oh, wait, I think actually on the original PlayStation version, this actually does help us in the final boss fight. I know there is a new version basically for the PlayStation 3 or something. But I think in this version, the Pyrocider actually kind of does like very strong damage to the final boss. So I'll actually, I'll buy it for 1.25k. I'm absolutely down. Alright, other than that, there is not really a lot of optional content. I will, because I... Hello? Yeah, so... I just got a surprise visit in my live streaming room. Yeah, I will be grabbing some gold balls for now, and we will do the boss next time so that people can actually join for the finale, because today is kind of a slower day, and I think that with the finale I do want people to have the chance to attend it, We can also, in the meantime, take care of some of the bonus stuff, like skill points. I might be able to get the skill points somewhere in between. In general, we want to go into the river over here. And yeah, just go, basically. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, no problem. I don't think I had the audio for Discord, anyways. Like, there was no connected audio for Discord calls, so I don't think you were on stream. So everything's fine. We will be grabbing a goat bolt right now. So we want to get... We are trying to go against a current currently. And that's the reason why we are so slow. But we can get out of here. And we are in kind of a little cave where we need to get over here, and there is actually an enemy that has always been here, but was introduced at a later point in the game. So seeing this here, basically being here from the start, is kind of funny, because these enemies are introduced in Blackwater City, and yeah, they are a level 1 enemy, basically, which is quite funny to me. So we will get through this cave. We will just grab the goodies that are lying around here. Trying to avoid getting eaten by the amiibos. This is... if you want to exaggerate, you can say this is like a labyrinth. Yeah, so these amoebas are basically a species of some kind, a bacterial species or something, that are basically universal to the whole game. I don't think they ever explained how they are made, or they explained it in part 3. But in general, these amoeba are basically self-reproducing enemies, which over time are found everywhere in the galaxy. So not the greatest thing to have, and just imagining that, like, you are like a plumber or something, and it could regularly happen that you have to meet one of these things basically anywhere in the galaxy, no matter where you are, is kind of scary. Like, you as a plumber in this kind of world, you need to have a weapon with you. Take care of amoeba. Alright, so there should be some time. We will wait a little bit. There will be a bomber plane there, over there. There it is. We will destroy it to gain a skill point. And I think that's it. There's nothing more that we can do on this planet, if I remember correctly. yeah, everything taken care of. Here too. We will grab this gold bolt. And I think it's only one. We did have the numbers earlier. I think it's only that one, but I completely forgot to grab it from the first time. But this gives us the opportunity to get another skill point, which definitely should be a skill point if I remember correctly. Let's try that again. No, okay. Maybe we can't actually reach them, but I am pretty sure that destroying them, these walk thingies, gives a skill point. There's also this guy. After we played the story, we now know that we hate Captain Quark, and we can destroy his stand-in to get a skill point. We will now be going up this parkour again, and there are now enemies on the lower levels of the parkour. We will ignore them most of the time, but we might not be able to, or we might not always be able to. But I think, yeah, there is not really any enemy in our way, so we will just ignore them. They are not important. We just need to get over here. We need to quickly get up here, because over there you can kind of see it in the distance. There is a gold bolt over there, and we want to right, next cycle. But we want to get over there. Kind of the best way to do that is to go from here, not jumping down accidentally, but yeah, to basically go over here, glide over there, and then we get the gold bolt. I don't think you should go up there at all, like there's no real reason to do that, and if you can, there's nothing there. But we grab our gold bolt and grab our bonus little money over here and over there, and everything will be fine. Yes, so we take the taxi back to our ship, because why wouldn't we? On our way over there, I will try if I can get one of these zeppelins. But I guess not. I guess they are actually kind of not. Oh! Well, look at that. I did it. Just a little bit different than I thought. Alright. So, yeah, Metropolis taken care of. The logging site already completely taken care of. We grabbed this gold bolt, which is kind of fun, because at the beginning of the game we had a little Clank section, which from the point on where we get the O2 mask, is never gonna be a Clank section again. And there was this one quote-unquote riddle at the beginning where you can get money if you are patient and don't destroy a box first. If you still wanted that money, you can get it now. But we already got it, so there's no reason for us to go back. However, there is the gold bolt over there, which I definitely want to have. So I will just, yeah, fall down here because I also wanted to demonstrate how that looks. Anyways, with a little bit less scuff, we can, ouch, we can get over here. This is basically the area where the extra chests are. So if you ever wanted to grab them, this is your chance. Oh, you can't do it again. What actually is kind of a good idea is to grab these chests. Never mind, they don't spawn bolts. I forgot that they do not do that here. Can't quite remember from where I need to go to grab the gold bolt. I think I need to go over here, and I can just jump from here, I think. Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, we just grabbed this gold bolt over here. A little bit of backtracking after the O2 mask. Just grab it, and yeah, the rest of the level is not hard, just get back to the ship. Wrong way. Almost fell down the stairs again. Yeah, so let's immediately get out of here again. No point in staying here for longer than necessary. Yeah, everything taken care of here. Blackwater City. I think we need to do the whole hydro displacer thing again, which will be a little bit annoying, but it's not a problem really. Yeah, we will just go over here. Actually, I think the easier way might be, because I have opened up the... there might be a faster way, because the hydro displacer stuff is kind of annoying. So we will be going the past way. Nope, wrong. No, wait. No, yes. Yes, no, yes, no. I think we just go down here. I think this should be the correct way. Yeah, so as you can see, there is the whole water thingy, but this is not a concern anymore because we can just go with our little hydro pack and the O2 mask. If you ever wanted to know how it looks down here, this is how it looks. Not really any interesting. Really not. And we will just be going down here, back up again. Go over here, and we should be, yes, going down here, where the entrance is. I did try this without this equipment, and had to learn the hard way that you cannot do this on the first encounter. So yeah, no real need to try. We grabbed the gold bolt after we got the hydro pack and the O2 mask. I really do not recommend doing it with only the O2 mask. because it takes a long time. It's not really worth it unless you have a kind of mapped out plan how you want to do this, basically. So yeah, can't recommend. I think if you want to be fast, you can save and exit. I think that's like a speedrun tactics, but I can't be bothered to try out. I just want this to basically be the last run before we next time get the end boss. Yeah, so this is the gold bolt. We technically could go for a skill point, but I do not really want to try that because the skill point is actually really annoying to get and kind of hard, so don't want to do that, if I'm being honest. But if you want to see it, let me know. If you really want to see all the 100%able stuff, like the skill points and stuff, then let me know. I will make 100%ing streams. I will not immediately do it. I don't want to do that one. We did this. And I don't want to do that one. These ones I really don't want to do. This is also just a gold bolt. This one we done. I do want to see if we can grab a gold weapon still. I want to see if there is a... I want to see if we can get to the gold weapon stash again without any problems. I also want to show you the one item we got, what it does, because it's a little cryptic what it's used for. If you don't immediately remember the one door that we encountered that you can technically go into. So yeah, there is a certain door we can go to, which will give us a little bonus thingy. Also, whenever you go back to a planet to backtrack, the enemies are usually exchanged a little bit. Like there are, as you can see, only these small enemies of this planet. And this is the door. The decoder bot goes in there very statically. And we get another gold bolt, as well as a ton of money. Yeah, so this is actually kind of worth it to do. I don't think the boxes respawn. Don't think they do. But yeah, it's a tiny bit of a money boost. And also the gold bolt is really nice to have. On my way. Also, I love how there are flowers that look like they are carnivores, but they absolutely don't seem to do anything. Alright, so we are done with this. We're 100% done with this. There is that one bolt. And there is still one gold bolt here that I have not gotten, but I don't actually know where it is. I will now go back to this little space station and see if there's any teleporter or something that will transport me to the gold weapon area. I will not go through the whole level because that will be out of my range of things I want to do right now. And yeah, I will, once I checked if there is any teleporter over here. Perfect. This is the area. So there are a few weapons we will be able to buy. Interesting zoom. Yeah, so this area isn't even shown on the special map thing. This is a area so secret that, yeah, I think I will buy the suck cannon. What do I? Glove of Doom. I will buy the Glove of Doom. It's cheap. And I think it actually will do some stuff for us. Plus is a little bit expensive. Pyrostyler 2 way too expensive. And in general nothing. Yeah, the suck cannon is nice. I will buy the suck cannon. There's not really a reason to buy the suck cannon, but I just will buy it. It's a fine weapon. So not really anything to demonstrate here. But yeah, this is the way to get the gold weapons. And yeah, I do think that the Doom Glove will actually help us in the last boss fight. I don't think the suck cannon will help us in the last boss fight, but it's nice to have for the backtracking stuff anyways. So yeah, I think we will be setting off Ratchet at his home planet to remind us what the next thing is we need to do. And then I will save, close the game, and I will yap a little bit. All right. Save. Nice, nice, nice. Apparently, this is the first time I noticed this, but apparently my system clock is wrong. But we did play 10 hours of the game already. And next time, we will be destroying Chairman Drag in his entirety. But I will now go to the just chatting section. I will close the game for me so it does not annoy me. Alright. So, we are about to end the first game of the Ratchet & Clank series. I think this was a great experience. it was nice to have a game where I could actually talk a lot about and just in general have a little bit more of a more informed format where I was just able to share a lot of my love for the games. And this is one of the first games I've ever played. And it's really nice. It's really nostalgic. It's kind of a also I just noticed it's kind of symbolic because my start basically for this streaming kind of stuff is starting with the stuff I started gaming with in general, which I think is kind of nice and symbolic. But yeah, we will be destroying Chairman Drag next time. We will absolutely, yeah. If you want to see the 100%ing like all the other gold balls and the skill points, we can do a 100% run after I finish this series. I will include trying to farm for the Rhino, but I might do this as a separate thingy. I will, you know what? I will write down something. I will write down. What did I want to write down? Yes. Yes, so I will do a little survey basically on Twitter and Blue Sky. If you want to see and what you want to see for a 100%ing kind of thing. So yeah, this is the plan. Next time we will be ending Ratchet and Clank and be going over to Ratchet and Clank 2. I'm excited because Ratchet and Clank 2 just is such a big upgrade to the Ratchet and Clank series. And yeah, I can't wait to basically finish my first project. I want to thank everyone who has been watching to this point. There were... I don't think that anyone other than Scarwolf was actually watching the live stream, so if you want to catch me live, you can watch me on twitch.tv/smb. If you want to catch me live, I will be streaming Monday at 7 p.m. European summer time. And at least my Ratchet and Clank schedule is then. Basically, I recommend just checking out twitch.tv/smb. My schedule there is accurate. I also post my schedule on Twitter and Blue Sky, where you can find me as SMB as well. So if you want to get updates, if you want to see me live, then check these sources out. Other than that, I thank everyone who watches me, and do I do a raid? I am alone today with raiding, so depending on who is streaming, I will raid them alone. Let's see who is streaming. Alright, we got Final Frost. I think I will be raiding Final Frost because I think this is a... Or did we raid him sometime earlier? Let me quickly take a look at my raid history. No. So I will be raiding Final Frost. I... Again, thank everyone who's been watching the VOD for getting this far. And thanks for watching. I think that's how it's written. Okay. Well then, I hope to see you for the finale, and goodbye.